welcome to The Planet, the podcast for L Word fans. I'm Casey.
And I'm Elka.
This week we'll be discussing episode 12 of season 5, Loyal and True.
The season finale of season 5, although you wouldn't know it if you just saw the episode.
What do you mean by that?
It just seemed like a regular episode. Where's the cliffhanger?
There was no cliffhanger, was there?
Where's the drama? Where's the tension?
Drama's in my pants. Tension's in your pants. Have
How
you
come
adjusted
you get
the tension?
drama and I get tension?
Have you adjusted the tension in your pants? Don't stick your middle finger up at me.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
I was adjusting my lip gloss.
Adjusting? You need to adjust the tension in your pants.
I'm adjusting the torsion in my pants. I've got a lot of torque in there.
You have a lot of tortoises in there. You have a lot of tartar in there.
Ew! Well, I am recovered from the plague and home from Colorado just in time to get this podcast up and running.
Whatever, it's super late. Due to you.
I'm prolonging season 5. You don't want it to end, do you?
I do want it to end. It's over. How was Colorado?
It was actually pretty nice. It was warm and sunny. And
anything exciting happen?
I went hiking in the woods and there were like real actual trees.
Trees?
And they smelled like trees. And I was like, wow, trees.
Trees that aren't pine trees?
They were like trees, like a forest.
Wow. I haven't seen that for a while. I need to get out of Dodge for
It
a little bit.
It was really nice. It was really, really nice.
Do you have any announcements? Should we announce the winner of the contest?
Let's announce it on the chart.
Okay. There's a winner, so if you're still out there looking for a chicken, go to KFC and eat some lunch, because the contest winners are in. We'll announce them on the next chart, along with other ginormous announcements, I might add. Ginormous and exciting.
We're going to really keep it going over this inter-season space. We've got tons of material for the chart coming up.
This isn't going to be our usual off-season podcast schedule, where we have no schedule and just get drunk all summer and once in a while pick up a microphone. This season, we have initiatives. We have reason. We have
the Dharma initiatives.
Kerfuffle. You had a lot of feedback on kerfuffle. Is that a GRE word?
I don't think so.
I think it's a grandma word.
Yeah.
GRA. We have a lot of GRE words. Are you going to contribute to the editing this summer?
No.
No?
Nope.
Once again, remember whose tip jar you aim towards when you remember this little discussion.
We begin this episode with the suits coming in and telling them to change the ending of Lay Girls.
Because it doesn't fulfill the needs of the 4 quadrants. What are the 4 quadrants?
Left one, right one. I don't know.
Is it gay, straight, bisexual, trans?
No.
What is it?
That's not straight men, straight women.
Married man, married woman? That's not right.
Yeah, I don't know. They say that the ending won't play in Peoria, which is a throwback to Jenny's awesome carnival scenes, because that was a line in one of her stories from back then.
Oh. Do you think they did that on purpose, or do you think something happened, like the writers of the L Word think Peoria sucks, which I think it kind of does. I've been there. You've been there with me.
I don't remember being there. That's how awesome it is. I don't even remember it. Do you think at some point someone said that about the L Word and it just stuck, and that's why she writes it into the show?
I'm sure they did.
Then again, it's Showtime. Showtime doesn't have to play in Peoria.
But it does. I bet we have a listener there. And they're pissed at me for saying that it sucked there.
No, they probably know. I find that when I'm in a business meeting, I like
When have you ever been in a business meeting?
This is all theoretical.
Okay.
If I were to find myself in a business meeting someday.
Actually, you have meetings every day, don't you?
Yeah, but it's hardly a business meeting.
You talk about business. It's not like you're talking about your personal life.
We have meetings at work, but it's about work science-y stuff.
Okay, it's sort of like a business meeting, except for that they're not dressed very well.
It's a business meeting with jeans and clogs.
A lot of LL Bean. Okay.
Yeah, much LL Bean. The point is, if I were ever to find myself in a business meeting wearing an Armani suit,
yeah,
that'd be kind of sexy.
We're going to have to make a lot more money.
I'm going to stick a
Yes.
Booger in your mouth if you open it again.
Won't be the first time you've done that.
Yes, it would.
Yeah, no.
I never
One time you
put a
did it
booger.
accidentally.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
No.
Yes, you did.
Don't put that on the podcast.
Yes,
I
you
just
brought
told them
it
I have
up.
a big nose. Now they're going to think I have a big boogery nose.
Boogers just fly out of it, fall onto the street.
Well, your forehead is so big.
No, it isn't.
But it's a 5 head.
Let me see. It's about a 4. I don't have a... Fuck you right in the ass.
This is what you do.
What?
Fuck me in the ass.
Well,
No, you start it, and then you get mad at me.
I didn't say anything about your forehead. Let me see your forehead.
My forehead, kiss it.
No.
Kiss my forehead.
Yours is 3. You have an extremely small head. You're a very small
come on, okay.
person. You
Really?
are,
My-
other people have told you this. The first time I told you this, I was scared to tell you because you're so violent. But I told you this and you're like, yeah, you're not the first person who's told me that. Which verifies the fact that you have a shrunken head.
Okay, no. Let me just
let's move on.
explain.
So
No.
then, Bette and Tina, what?
I need to clarify. It's just that I have a big nose and big
No,
hair.
no.
And by comparison,
No.
it makes my head look small. But really, it's a normal size head with
It's
large
really not.
hair.
It's not a normal size head. Your nose might help you because it balances out a little bit more. Because if you had a small nose, your head wouldn't even see you. You'd just be shoulders and hair.
That's so wrong. I have a normal sized head.
We've measured this. We've measured our heads. My head is
Your
big.
head is fat. You have a fat head.
Fat!
Yes,
Let's
your head
say
is fat.
big. I do have a huge
Your head has love handles.
My mom went through some pain. Love handles on your head. That's disgusting. You ever see those people with the hot dogs on the back of their neck?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that for a long time, actually. But yeah, I have those just all over my front and back of my head. My earlobes have those hot dogs on them. What the fuck? This podcast is going to be 17 hours
That's why
long.
I like you, because you always smell like hot dogs.
What if I did? Dogs would be following me around the neighborhood. Okay. So there were a few times during this episode where we could obviously see some foreshadowing. I'll use that word from not the GRE, but from freshman English class.
Did you notice any symbolism?
But I did see some foreshadowing in the car. Let me see if you know what I'm talking about, Elka. Me know. Bette and Tina are in the car. They're driving. Actually, we don't know where they're driving, do we?
I think they're taking the kid to preschool.
Okay, well, they're driving in the car. Angie's in the back chatting to herself. And then they say, do you think I should sell my house and move to the west side? Oh, there's a clean blah, blah, blah. Do you think that they're going to move?
Maybe that'll be the end of the L word, like, because it starts pretty much with the house.
Well, where are
Their
they supposed to
neighbors.
live now?
They still live separately. Tina lives in her apartment
No.
on the west side, and Bette lives in her house.
That's what I'm saying. Where's Bette's house supposed to be? I thought they lived on the west side. I guess I never really said. I just assumed that.
I thought they lived in WeHo.
They live in...
I thought Shane said that once. You're going to get a really affordable bungalow in East LA.
No, they're moving west, she said.
I'm kidding. No, I don't know. I think it would suck if they sold the house. The house is really cool, and they have memories, and the pool. There's always naked chicks in the pool.
If they end up selling the house at the end of season 6 or during season 6, it's a rip. And then they'll like show some other lesbians moving in probably because it's kind of a gay neighborhood. They showed that season 1. That's like a total rip off of that movie.
What movie?
If These Walls Could Talk.
Oh.
And the house looks a little similar.
I think they should sell their house to a gay couple with kids. Like men. Couple of... Oh, Max and Tom. I know I'm jumping way ahead. But did you see in the Advocate last month there was FTM transsexual, and he's legally male and he's legally married to his wife. But he is not, I don't know if he's pre-op or half-op or what, but he still has a uterus and he's pregnant. He's legally male and he's pregnant. And as soon as I heard that, I'm like, Max and Tom. How awesome.
As long as you've still got a max hole, anything is possible. That's why I'm not getting mine sealed up.
Your max hole is on your neck, though.
No, there is a definite difference between a neck hole and a max hole. All Kelkians know that.
One of them tastes better than the other, but I'm not going to say which.
You don't know what my neck hole tastes like.
Yes, I do.
Ew!
Tastes like chicken. Your max hole tastes like bacon, and your neck hole tastes like chicken.
There were 2 cute parts in this episode. What? Gross. One was Angie saying, honk the horn.
She said, are you gonna?
Yeah, and of course, if a kid says that, you gotta do it. And they're like, no, we're not gonna honk the horn. Bullshit. I'd be like,
but then she does, and she says asshole. And now Angie's gonna say asshole. You can't say a word like that in front of a little kid. They are just little sponges. They love cussing.
What's on Bet's chin? It looks like she has a subterranean worm of the pimple variety, or she's overdosed on Proactive and it has burned the skin off of her previous zit spot.
I didn't notice that at all. I think you're high.
No. She has like a line right here. A red line. Could have just been a shadow.
It's a hickey.
A chin hickey.
A chickie.
Suck my chin, sexy. And then they say that I think the weirdest, dumbest thing ever. We have to figure out a way to keep Jody and Angie's little why?
That's stupid.
That's
Quit being
so
such a
dumb.
lesbian. If you want your kid to be bilingual, get her a tutor.
You don't see Henry staying in their lives because I'm sure she became attached to him. What?
He's so gross that it just silenced me for a minute. Like, oh, Henry. Okay, back to if I were on my deathbed, I would definitely be concerned about your linen shirt from Tahiti. Like, what on earth are you wearing? That's my last words to my. That's her last words to her daughter.
No, those weren't her last words.
It could have been.
She's shocked.
She was trying to be like Oscar Wilde. She keeps thinking of things and saving them. Like, okay, I got to save this, and maybe it'll be my last words. I got to say something witty.
It's not her last words. She doesn't even know she's there. She's like, get my daughter. Helena runs up. She's like, I'm here, Mummy. And she's shocked by what she's wearing because she looks fucking crazy. She looks like a cave woman.
Anyway, it is wonderful and fabulous to see Helena Peabody. I missed her. She's so tan.
Yeah.
She has blonde highlights. Her hair's all messy. She looks
like a cave woman.
No, she looks like someone who's...
cave woman.
But she looks like someone who's been at the beach for months.
She looks like a wild... She was on Survivor, and now she's back.
It looks good on her.
I disagree.
You didn't think Helena looked good?
I thought she looked good after she got cleaned up.
She was so bronze.
Yeah, she was very brown, and it looked real. So what happened to Peggy? Why is she dying?
She was stung by a jellyfish.
Can you really die from that?
Uh-huh.
Are these
Didn't you see Finding Nemo?
That was a fish.
Ellen DeGeneres almost died.
What? Recently?
She was the fish.
Oh, God, you freaked me out.
Keep up.
Okay, the next scene, we see Shane playing Ali Sheedy in high art.
I know. It's like, God, it's so obvious. Can't they
off.
be more subtle
Even
when they rip stuff off?
Yeah, even the angle of the scene was similar, and
the lighting,
the sheets, it was weird.
Her hair.
Ali Sheedy is hotter in that movie than Shane is.
Did you know Ali Sheedy has gay mommies?
Ali Sheedy is my imaginary girlfriend sometimes. She's really interesting. She's super interesting, like off screen. She's just an interesting person. I think maybe we were made for one another.
She has serious dandruff.
You mean in The Breakfast Club?
Yeah. I love when The Breakfast Club is on TV, like regular TV, and so it's censored. And he says, "Eat my socks." I love that.
Some movies are funnier.
What's wrong with shorts?
He says shorts?
He says, "Eat my shorts" in the movie, and they censor it to eat my socks.
That's hysterical.
I love it.
Some movies are better when they're censored.
There was one movie, I can't remember what movie it was, but it was like, "Are you gonna come to my motherfucking house and threaten me?" And they censored it to, "Are you gonna come into my freshly vacuumed house?"
Nuh-uh.
Yes.
Then we go to Alice's kitchen. Have you ever noticed that she had pink appliances before?
No, but I've always wanted a pink refrigerator.
We'll just get some paint. They sell appliance paint. Of course, it only comes in white, and it's for touch-ups. and it costs $5 for an ounce, so that might cost a lot for a whole refrigerator.
I love that you know this, my lesbian lover.
She has a pink stove and a pink refrigerator.
How can she give up that apartment? She needs to stay there.
She's obviously staying. Tasha comes into the kitchen wearing her Walmart uniform, but they put a C in front of the W. That was scary. She's going to go protect the douches. Did you notice that Tasha's eyeshadow matched her Walmart uniform?
No, but that's genius. I'm going to start doing that.
What?
Making my eyeshadow match your
Kentucky
Walmart
Fried
uniform.
Chicken uniform.
Wait, which restaurant would have the best colors to do that? Burger King, you'd have brown and yellow eyeshadow.
Burger King has brown and yellow?
Oh, no, it's orange and brown.
Their outfits?
They used to be. Like in the 80s, they were brown and orange.
So Shane wants to go to college. Of course, she's not going to now, but so she's
No,
been
I
inspired.
think she will.
She's inspired by Molly.
No.
Why would she all of a sudden want to go to fashion?
The camera, Max's camera, when Max and Alice were doing the chart, she was playing with the camera and she was all fascinated by it.
Okay.
And of course, Molly's like, so what kind of photography do you want to do? Nature, abstract? Shane's like, portraiture. Because portraiture equals naked ladies.
Ah.
Honestly, though, I think Shane would be like an awesome photographer.
Then they go to lunch with Joyce and Phyllis, and Molly melts down a little bit, and then Shane brings her back to reality. And I realized that when they were both wearing sunglasses, Shane still looked hot in her sunglasses. Although they were like, whatever. Molly didn't. Her whole, like, beauty is her eyes. When her eyes are covered up, she doesn't look hot anymore.
I don't really think she's that hot anyway. It's just her bitchy personality that makes her hot. Joyce talks with her mouth full again.
It's her staple.
And so I don't really know what else happened in that scene because I was too distracted by Joyce's disgusting manners.
Molly announces that she's going to Honolulu with Shane instead of to her internship. And of course Shane's like, I didn't realize that. Blah, blah. Shane's all like on her best behavior. I don't like it.
So Helena comes back to the planet and talks to Kit while the planet is being redecorated. And I actually kind of liked the moon thing. I think it's shitty that they took it down.
I don't think they took it down. They were just talking about it. Did they show it being taken down?
I thought that they took it down, but they hadn't like gotten rid of it yet. And then Helena walks in and Kit goes into full-on Kit mode. Girl, 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 girl. She says girl every different way you can say girl. Girl, girl, oh girl.
And Helena's like, yeah, do you have any cookies? Stop the girl thing. Do you have cookies?
I don't know what's happened to Helena because she should be asking for a biscuit.
I haven't seen you for a year. Do you have any cookies? Well, while Helena is talking to Kit at the planet, Cindy comes up and apologizes to her, which was obviously foreshadowing what was going to happen later. You don't think they're going to keep that character around next season, do you?
You mean Cindy Annabelle Tucker?
Yes.
I actually kind of like her. I wouldn't mind if she did stick around, but I don't think she will.
Well, what happened to the jailbait?
Duffy stayed in Tahiti.
And then Alice meets Tasha's friends. One of them asks Alice for an autograph. And
that was weird.
What was weird?
That whole scene. This episode was kind of extra long, and I didn't understand the point of that scene because it didn't really contribute anything.
I think it did because they were showing how different they are. It starts out when Tasha throws her Walmart badge on the kitchen table, and Alice is clearly like, I can't believe my girlfriend is a Walmart security guard. But of course she doesn't say that, and Tasha looks embarrassed about it, but she goes anyway. I mean, they're just so different in so many ways.
That's true.
Tasha has her set of friends, and Alice has her set of friends, and they don't really mingle much. When they went up to the cafe, one of Tasha's friends literally asked Alice for her autograph. That's how different they are.
I guess you're right. But at the same time, Tasha's friends all seem totally normal. And
then Alice is like, no, I can't have lunch because I have somewhere to be.
On an electric scooter?
Mm-hmm.
Tina and Jenny are having lunch together.
Which is weird.
Well, they've kind of bonded over this strife on the set. I know Jenny's a total freak and a basket case and whatever, but I really liked what she said. Let's see. She said, I don't want to be with someone who's afraid to be who they are. I think it's pathetic.
Right. Tina starts out by telling Jenny that Nikki misses her, basically. And that's Jenny's response to that.
You know, that carries a lot more weight than she's dead to me. And then, when Tina returns from her lunch, Adele throws her off the set with her little cigar.
That's ridiculous.
I can't believe these words actually came out of Adele's mouth. Loyalty is very important to me.
They still really haven't said what the deal is. Do you think the deal with Adele is all the craziness from season 5 and Adele equals 3 movie deals? And that's the whole reasoning? Because she's still nutty.
It doesn't make any sense. You don't see anything about her motivations. It's kind of pointless. Okay, honestly, the Adele thing, it had potential and they completely squandered it. It's obviously over now, and who fucking cares? It was stupid. If you're gonna introduce like an evil mastermind, make her like really, really evil.
Then we would have been sitting here saying, they really went over the top.
I love it when they go over the top. Do you remember the Charlie's Angels scene?
Yeah.
The Adele thing, I think, was mishandled at the end. It just fizzled out into nothing.
I hope she's gone next season.
Me too. I mean, she was kind of hot, but her
Not
character
enough.
was just so
She wasn't so hot that we can't do without her next season.
Right. Not like Helena.
Helena's got character. It's not just about her hotness. Okay, maybe it is, but still. Her boobs have more character than Adele's whole body.
I love Helena.
Peggy's dying words, in fact, were not, as Elka said, "What's that you're wearing?" It was her telling Helena to buy the planet and maybe 2 nightclubs.
The planet is one of the 2. She meant buy the planet and buy She-Bar.
I know. She
There's
said
not
buy
some
a
third
nightclub.
other nightclub.
Buy your friend a nightclub or 2.
Those weren't her dying words either. She's
We
not
don't know
dead.
that.
It's a jellyfish sting. She's fine.
I think
Peggy's
she's supposed
fine.
to be dead.
And then the very night that her mother's died, Helen is at the wrap party?
Okay, well, maybe her funeral will be at the beginning of season 6.
Peggy is not dead. She's fine.
Why does she have all the money now, Helena?
Faced with her own mortality, Peggy decided to let her daughter back into the fold.
What accent is Clea supposed to have? Is that supposed to be...
She's from New Zealand.
Oh, okay. That's a very subtle accent. It's almost just sounds like a trendy American girl trying to sound different.
Well, one of our listeners wrote on the forum that actress has been in the United States for so long that she's kind of getting a little bit of an American accent on her native New Zealand accent.
She sounds like that. She sounds like California accent plus New Zealand. Now that you say that.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on.
Why are they dressed alike? Last week it was Jody and Bet. Was that last week?
I swear I thought it was Cleo. I don't know.
Maybe it is.
C.
Clito.
I don't know why they're dressed alike. I thought it was weird. I don't know what this ongoing thing of people dressing alike is.
I think it's weird when somebody looks really cute from the front and then their profile is bizarro. Her profile is odd.
I can't argue with that statement because I also noticed it. But I think she's cute. I like her.
They get pulled over on a scooter.
She's like, it's electric.
It's just like a bicycle. Except for you can mow people down with it. Well, you can do that on a bike.
You can crash it into your neighbor's yard.
Shut up.
If your name is Casey.
I only crashed the scooter one time, and it was when I was learning to drive it, and I didn't really crash. I just drove into the yard. I've almost crashed that thing a couple of times, though, but I didn't. And so they get a ticket, and then they call LAPD pigs. Which is obviously foreshadowing. So Alice says that she thinks her relationship might be in trouble. Mm-hmm. Do you think she said that her relationship might be in trouble because it was getting to be troublesome based on their housing issues, etc.? Or do you think that this situation is causing strife because there's this girl in front of me who I want to kiss?
No, I definitely think that for Alice, the reason she's open to being attracted to this girl is because her relationship is already in trouble. Because Alice isn't the type. Could you have imagined her cheating on Dana? It just wouldn't have happened. Tasha and Alice just...
These things come up at unexpected times. You don't go out looking for it. Some people do.
Right, but I'm saying that I think Alice is open to it because she and Tasha were already in trouble.
I agree with you. And then they almost kiss. They actually show the screen shot is of Alice on the right side, and the whole left side of the screen's blank, so you know she's going to be coming in for the kiss.
So, what's up with this, like, first year of film school, let's shoot the whole scene through a blanket? There were a lot of, like, weird angles and profiles, and I'm like, well, it was kind of amateurish and irritating, and I am not a fan.
Well, the scene with Alice on the right side, and then obviously you knew that Clea was going to be coming in, that was very, very amateur. But the scene with Bette and Tina, I thought was fine.
They shot the scene through a blanket. How can you say you thought it was fine?
It was romantic.
It's like you could just see fuzzy, blurry outlines.
No, it added texture. And, okay, you know what they were doing is they were trying to cover up Bette's proactive scar.
Oh, Jesus.
They put, like, a sheer material. It was supposed to be sexy and...
Okay, and then what about the super, super close-up of Phyllis's profile when she was in the art gallery with Shane?
Oh my God, I noticed that too.
It was like from her eyebrow to halfway up her chin. It looked like that picture where it's like, it's a vase, it's two heads. It's a vase, it's two heads.
You always use that example for everything. Even if it's not applicable, you use that example for everything. You're like, this ravioli isn't cooked all the way. It's like that vase with the two heads, or the vase and the two heads.
Okay. I'm just saying, there's a gold bird cage in the middle of the room, and then they go to the super close-up, and I'm just... So Tina and Bet are back together, they're being all sweet, and I like it. It makes me happy. And then they are talking about having another baby.
They're talking about it. Bet's just like, so do you think Angelica should have a little sister or brother? He was like, huh? My vagina is tired, Bet.
Hey, there's more than one vagina in that household.
Bet's too old. Maybe they'll adopt.
I think Bet is going to be pregnant next season.
Bet.
I predict Bet.
Okay, well, you could have something because her career has been ruined partially.
No. Her career is fine. She's going to be mildly embarrassed socially. Okay, here's why. Because Bet is like, she loves art so much, but she's not a creative person herself. She's never made anything. She could make a baby.
That's not really creative. You just put the dick in the hole and a baby comes out.
It sounds so simple and yet so unattainable.
It's not really a creative process. I'm sorry to downplay.
You build it cell
parenthood.
by cell.
You don't build anything. It grows inside your body like a plant.
Plants don't grow inside. Alice comes home to find Tasha all super excited to go to police academy.
That's not what it's
Woohoo!
like. People who are getting ready to go to the police academy they're either like 18 and they're like, I think I'm gonna be a cop, 'cause yeah, that'd be cool. Or they're like, I don't fucking know what to do with my life. Maybe I should become a cop. They have good benefits. I don't know.
I know. It's always like they have good benefits. She's literally getting a blue-collar job. Yeah. With Alice, the TV star who's on the side of the bus like Carrie Bradshaw.
That was basically like her. Quit making Sex in the City comparisons. Compare, contrast.
Hey, I didn't start it. The Elmer's logo was same-sex, different city. Their first season. Their first season, their little tagline was same-sex, different city.
It was?
Yeah, they marketed as Sex in the City for lesbians.
This show is nothing like that one.
Who has better clothes, Alice or Carrie Bradshaw?
I'm not a fan of Carrie Bradshaw's wardrobe. Carrie Bradshaw's is more expensive, but Alice's looks better.
Agreed.
Especially on her.
Okay, who's grosser, Mr. Big or Henry?
Henry. Mr. Big's fine. He's well-groomed.
Okay. We could do a whole show on Sex in the City, but we won't.
They showed a lot of Alice's apartment. They showed the pink... What? No, we couldn't.
I could.
All by yourself?
Hi, I'm Elka. I'm here to talk about Sex in the City. This show has been off the air for 10 years. I decided to start a podcast on it.
Right? Oh my God. We should start putting out podcasts that are totally lame. On purpose.
I was going to say, wake up, Casey. It's been 3 years.
No.
What do you mean start?
I mean on purpose. We
April
are
Fools.
lame accidentally. Oh, God, that's going to come back to haunt me. Somebody's going to record that and be like, a-hole, you are lame.
Okay, here's what we should do. We should randomly turn on the TV, and whatever show is on whatever channel, we have to podcast it.
But we're about to cancel that good cable. It's going to be like KOB TV News.
Local
Talk about
news in
Mark
Albuquerque is
Ronchetti.
awesome. All right. Do you think that Tasha would turn her friends in for having a brownie party?
No, she didn't turn her friends in the military for being gay.
That would be weird if your friend was dating a cop and you wanted to have a party.
The only party I've ever been to with a cop present, I was like...
the one where he called you gay?
Huh? Oh! That wasn't a party. Plus, he called me queer.
Oh, even better.
He didn't even call me queer. He just said, that's queer.
He said, Casey, you're such a queer.
But he didn't mean it like that. He just meant, you queer, like, you dumbass.
No, I think it was subliminal. Like, in the back of his mind, he's like, they're queer. They're a bunch of queers. I'm stuck with these queers in my mom's house, so I can't say they're a bunch of queers.
No, actually, he says that word all the time. It's really awkward. Because his daughter is a queer, too. Wait, we can't get off on that tangent. We could talk for hours. What were we talking about?
Cops at parties.
Right. The one party I did go to where I knew that there was a cop there. I'm sure I've been to many that, well, I've been to parties that were busted up by cops. But this person was an attendee. So we're drinking. It's fine. It's mildly entertaining. And then this cop shows up. I think his name was Roy, which is so appropriate. And the person I was dating was like, oh, Roy's here. And everybody's like, oh, Roy's here. I'm like, who the fuck is this Roy? I knew everybody at the party but Roy, but everybody else knew him. It was weird. He was the one bringing the drugs.
Oh, that's how it was with me, too. The only party he brought the drugs.
I wonder if they were from...
Evidence room. Small towns.
So then Helena does go to She Bar and talks to the future ex-lover, Cindy.
The future ex. I like that. Phyllis and Shane have a little heart-to-heart at Jodi's art opening.
A heart-to-heart? It's more like a fist-to-heart. Ooh, a fist.
You know, what did Phyllis say that wasn't true?
It was just mean.
You'd be mean, too, if you were a mama bear looking out for your cub.
I might. You're right. But that was... It was a little bit scary. And there was a point where Shane looked like she was going to stick up for herself and be like, fuck you, or whatever, and she looked around like, where am I can't do, and then she stopped herself.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but I thought she stopped herself because she thought about it, and she was like, well, she's kind of right. Because she probably would have. They don't have a strong enough bond that Shane wouldn't cheat on her eventually. She probably would have fucked Nikki anyway the next day. Is Shane gonna do the same exact bullshit thing at the end of every season?
We'll get to that at the end of this.
I need
podcast.
some growth from this character.
That's how people are sometimes.
I know, but then she should just accept it and quit looking all broken up about it.
I think that's what she's trying to do in the coming scenes.
I do agree with you, though, that Phyllis went a little over the top. Like, don't turn her into another heartbroken victim.
I think,
Molly,
honestly, she could have
she's
had...
tough.
Yeah, but I really think that Phyllis probably could have had a conversation with Shane that resulted in the same outcome that wasn't so mean. She could have rationally told her reasons why and been mildly threatening maybe and had the same result.
I think she doesn't respect Shane's intelligence enough to bother having a rational conversation with her. And that brings us to the installation, Jodi's opening night, and...
Well, we know it's going to be frightening because Jodi snubs Bet a couple of times. Well, we knew it was... It's called Core.
Yeah.
They actually, I think, shot this at the Hammer Museum.
Really?
Which I was surprised, because the stripes on the wall are Terry Haggerty. I recognized it. He did a whole stripes thing.
Did you notice Shane was wearing stripes, and when she stood by the wall, it looked like she was camouflaged? This, to me, was all wrong. The whole thing just didn't work at all for so many reasons.
The art in and of itself?
Yes.
Well, yeah. We could also, let's talk about that.
No, not the art on its own merit as art. I mean
Oh.
this scene as a scene in the L Word.
Oh.
First of all, before Bet and Jodi hooked up, Jodi was kind of a playa. She's never broken someone's heart. She can't be mature enough to realize that sometimes relationships don't work out. Jodi's never cheated on someone and felt bad about it later.
The whole sculpture was made just to bash Bet.
Right.
It had nothing to do with anything else, past or future.
If you're a great artist, as Jodi is supposed to be in this show, if you're a great artist with a real artistic vision, are you going to like totally cheapen it by creating something that's its sole purpose is to embarrass your ex-lover for cheating on you? That's so tawdry.
No. Well, that's okay. No. She's an artist. This is the only thing. She was working on this before Bet dumped her. Then Bet dumps her, and this is the only thing that she could pull out of herself. That's how rotten her core was.
Okay, but it just...
But it was a terrible, terrible sculpture. Because as a complete patron, would you have any idea what they were trying to express?
I'm really not into like that sort of multimedia thing.
You're not
like
into that.
I don't like video art because it just seems so graduate student project. Not that I don't know anything about art or whatever.
Let's say you do or do not like that medium. Still, if you were there, would you have any idea what this was about? Because I would not. I wouldn't have any feeling from it. I'd be like, let's move on. It was poor.
Yeah. But
of course, Bet was... She had just given the intro speech, so she was standing by the stage alone. And then they show... The camera, like, circles her being alone. And, of course, she's overwhelmed by it.
She was completely mortified.
So the art was actually a gift to Bet. Because she's the only one who could have gotten it. I mean, obviously her friends knew what it was about, but it was sad because she was all alone there.
Jennifer Beals is great at that face. That, like, oh, I smell something bad face. I love it.
I hate it.
She's really good at it.
They shot her in a lot of dim rooms and behind cloth on this
you're
one.
Convincing me that she was breaking out.
The chin out. Telling you. Because that was one of the first scenes, and I know they don't shoot the show in order, but sometimes they shoot characters in order, and they probably like, okay, future scenes for this show, we gotta cover that shit up immediately.
I don't believe you.
Do whatever you can.
I'm enjoying this theory anyway.
What creative ideas do you come up to cover up Jennifer Beals' chin? Everyone. Well, we could have her looking wise by holding her chin to her, by holding her hand to her chin. We could put a scarf on her. How about a full beard? They're like, no, let's screen her on a bed by the pool behind sheer material, and then later she'll be in a darkened room. And we're only going to shoot the one side of her head.
And now we move on to She Barf. I was actually wondering, I'm not joking, like I was wondering, do you think that they hired short extras for this scene to make Helena look more statuesque?
To make her look more what?
Statuesque.
Oh,
like tall and regal. And
I think she actually is very tall. And Dawn Denbo does look short.
I really believe that they hired short extras on purpose for this scene. And lover Cindy becomes Cynthia Annabelle Tucker.
Did she call Helena a pretty little rich girl or a
She
pretty
did.
little witch girl?
Rich.
I think she said witch, W-I-T-C-H.
The subtitle said rich with an R.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pretty little rich girl. That's a stupid insult.
Because she's big. She's not little. She's 8 feet tall in that scene.
Plus, it's a compliment. You're pretty little and wealthy.
And then Kit, like, shakes her booty. She's, shaking her booty at Dawn. How do you direct a booty shake at a person? I don't know, but she does it. It's hilarious.
Why don't you try it? You'll have to try that during Pride. Don't shake your booty at me.
Has anyone ever thrown their drink in your face?
No. Has anyone ever thrown their drink in your face?
Nope.
It'll happen. June 13th through 15th.
I hope so.
A drink in your face? What are they
No.
going to be like?
I hope they throw a shot in my mouth.
They'll throw a shot in your mouth with their nipple.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Maybe those California girls will show up and throw a drink in your face because they think we're insulting to Californians.
And Walmart. And
Well,
cancer. And
I admit to being insulting towards Walmart. If you work at Walmart, you deserve better. Go get another job today. Go. Now.
go work at Target.
Go work anywhere else. The gas station. Anywhere. Just don't work at Walmart. It just exudes unhappiness.
Whatever. Work at Walmart if you fucking feel like it.
No!
Don't listen to her.
But we don't hate Californians. I like Californians.
How come if you go to a restaurant that's not in California, any food that has avocado associated with it is the California style food?
That's why.
It's just an avocado. Did they invent the fucking fruit in California?
No, but if you go to any restaurant in Southern California, your food will be garnished with avocado, and I love it. Fresh avocado.
Okay, but it's like if you have a bowl of cereal and you stick an avocado next to it, it's California cereal. There's no food like New Mexican food.
No, Southern California food is the best.
New Mexico has the best food in the fucking world.
No.
That's the only reason I live here. I haven't seen a decent band for years, but I get yummy food.
So Shane tells Molly to go fetch her a drink, which is uncharacteristic for Shane. Foreshadowing that you know. Foreshadowing. Something is coming. She hits on the closest girl in proximity.
Who knows her, of course, because she's Shane.
Shane just looks around. She turns 10 degrees and she's like, oh, hey. Didn't we fuck once? Let's do it again. What?
I love the way you were just talking. It's so funny. I don't know why. You made a funny face when you did it.
I was trying to get into the character. So Molly comes back. She's like, what the fuck? What are you doing?
Shane's not very good at dumping a girl.
What do you mean? It was effective. She's like, okay, I'm not going to throw the drink at you. You deserve compassion. I'll be around if you ever want to fuck me again. Goodbye. That's the perfect dump. What do you mean?
Yeah, I guess you're right. She even gave her the drink.
Give me a drink and get the hell out of here. Perfect.
So that's that for Molly.
Molly knows how to take a breakup, unlike...
Yeah, she kept her dignity. And then the next scene, we're watching it, we're like, okay, is this a funeral procession?
Yeah. I really thought it was a funeral.
They're all dressed in black. They're all
It's quiet.
driving in a line. It's like, okay.
In black cars.
Is it Peggy's funeral? No, it's the wrap party, which everybody wears black too, except for Alice, who's wearing like bright coral fuchsia. I don't know what that color was, but I love that she would wear a pink dress to this thing where everybody's wearing black.
So they're like, Shane, where's Molly?
Huh? Shane's response was so perfect.
Wait, who?
She's like, haha, what?
No, actually she says, I think she went to college. I don't know.
but first she's like, what?
She just does that weird laugh. And Shane immediately changes her wardrobe to slut wear. As soon as she's back on into the old Shane, she's wearing those same pants.
Those leather.
Gross slut pants. It's like, okay, I'm not dating anyone. I need to dress 5 years younger and look like an asshole.
You can tell what's going on in Shane's brain by her eyeliner.
People dress differently when they're out for some.
Mm-hmm.
How do you dress if you're out for some?
Charcoal gray sweater.
Just a sweater?
No.
No pants?
No, if I'm out for some, I wear that yellow skirt that looks all torn.
Good to know!
What do you wear?
What do you mean?
When you're out for some. Tool belt? Assless chaps? You wear a long t-shirt with a belt and pretend it's a dress.
I don't have any slut wear. So then we see Begonia and Adele showcasing their love for all to see. It's beyond awkward. It's like weird. It's like watching your...
The actress who plays Adele is not very convincing at lesbian kissing.
This is her first lesbian kiss, right? On the show?
Yeah, I guess so. And she needed more practice.
What was up with that?
I guess it was supposed to tidily wrap up this storyline, but it really didn't do anything for me.
Tasha's drunk.
Suddenly, all of a sudden, boom, Tasha has a drinking problem out of nowhere.
And she's flirting with Cammie. It's so out of character.
It's pathetic.
She doesn't look like a drinker, and she doesn't look like she'd just openly flirt with somebody if she was dating someone else. So they're obviously going to break up, right?
Yeah, it's got to be over. With Tasha and Alice, we're never going to see Tasha again.
What? No, she'll at least be in season 6 a little bit.
No way. No.
You think we're
it's
never
going to be one of those
her?
things in the first 5 minutes. Kit's going to be like, have you talked to Tasha?
Is she going to move to
she's
San Francisco?
in Long Beach, blah, blah, blah.
No, everybody moves to San Francisco.
Yeah. It's like the black hole.
So Alice tells Shane she met someone.
I like what Alice says here, I guess.
I don't like what
Even though it
Shane
didn't
says.
I don't agree with what Alice said, though. Like, I thought I would because she's supporting commitment, and that seems like a good idea. But the way she puts it, it's like, no, you should really work at your relationship and try to make it work. It's not supposed to be work. If it's work, you're not doing it right. Right, but it's not. It doesn't start to be work till after, like, a few years.
Yeah.
Like 9 3/4 years, it's hard. Hard work. Oh, so hard.
Yeah, they're yes, of course you have to work through things, but it shouldn't feel like work on a daily basis.
It should feel like walking through Jell-O.
Retarded. It should feel like the day you get your teeth cleaned.
It kind of hurts, but you're glad you did it.
But the worst thing about
Can I probe your cavity?
The worst thing about Shane's bad side, which is supposed to be coming out, is that she tells other people it's okay to fuck everyone you see.
Alice is smarter than to take Shane's advice, though.
She's like a drug addict. You know how drug addicts are?
They always want you to do drugs, too.
Until they're off, like when they're off of it, they're like, no, drugs are bad. But then if they're on the drug again, which they always do, go back to the drug again if you're a real addict, they're like, come on, it's just a little cocaine. What's the big deal? That's how Shane is. She's like,
It's just some pussy.
try a little here and there.
One pussy isn't going to kill you. You just got to know when to stop. What? I'm okay to drive. I can drive. I only had one pussy tonight.
It's not like we're talking about penis here. It's just some pussy. Try it. You'll like it.
Here's some black eyeliner. You're all set. So Bette and Tina are on the dance floor. And it's very sweet. Bette's in her black dress that she decorated with her bedazzler that she bought on HSN.
Seriously, if that dress were just plain black, it would have been fine. But she's got this big, weird,
No, it's not big.
It's big.
It's ginormous.
What is it, a butterfly?
It's like a humongous. It's like a prehistoric butterfly of
and that's
epic
not
proportions.
Really suitable to her personality. A butterfly on her chest? That was weird. But of course, like the sexy dance and the kiss was super
That totally
sensual.
It was like they were sponsored by Bedazzler.
They should have shown her making it. Like, what are you doing, honey? Pa-ching! Just getting ready for tonight. Pa-ching! What are you doing?
Look, it's so simple. A child could do it.
I've just turned this $1,500 dress into a $200 dress. Let me show you how easy it is. That was weird. What was Tina wearing?
I don't even know. I was too distracted by the bling.
What if somebody you were dancing with was wearing that? You'd just stare at it like
you'd have a seizure.
You look like a junior high school boy. Because you know how the girls are always taller and their boobs are right in front of their face when they dance? They just stare at them, moving side to side in a rhythmic pattern. That's how they should have shown Tina. And then she said...
hypnotized like a snake. Like a cobra.
Yeah.
And
And Bette's like, oh, I really love you. I'm glad we're back together. And Tina's like, huh? I can't. What? She's like, never mind. I
can't hear you because your dress is deafening. Do you like my dress? It weighs 45 pounds.
But Tasha's like, did she say I can't imagine them together because she doesn't know the history? I
think so. Yeah.
I think she might have said, I can imagine them together.
No, I think she said she couldn't. Or
That's
I don't
odd.
know. One more reason why Tasha's out the door. She doesn't know anything.
So they're at this rap party. Tina's hair looks like shit for the first time this season. Did you notice?
I was bedazzled.
Okay, right. Maybe that's why.
I didn't notice anything.
Because Tina's hair looked assy.
Jenny crashes the party, and Adele just hands over the microphone, because otherwise she may embarrass herself.
You know Adele's not really gay because she calls her, quote, girlfriend, her lady. Who says that unless you're 85?
This is my lady friend. She's my lady, my special lady.
I'd like to thank Jenny for giving me this opportunity. She's like, fuck no! Hold her right there, Missy. You stole this shit.
Okay, and now is where it gets confusing.
Oh, now?
Okay. Obviously, this is a purposeful confusatoriness, but... So Jenny says, where's Nikki? Where's Nikki? I want to tell her something. And then she says, I'm so madly in love with someone. And then she skips off to find Nikki.
Actually, before she skips off, as she's saying,
Yeah.
I want to thank my friends who've shown me loyalty and compassion. As she's saying that, skip to the scene of Shane fucking Nikki on a rail. She says it as she's fucking her.
This is what we call irony in 8th grade English class.
Well, why is she running out screaming Nikki? Why isn't she looking for Shane?
Right. Well, maybe Nikki is the one she thinks she's in love with.
No.
A lot of people think she's talking about Shane, but a lot of people think she's talking about Nikki.
Those people are wrong. It's obviously Shane because...
Why would she be running to tell Nikki that she's in love with someone else? It doesn't add up.
I think she's found a common ground with Nikki, that she loves her in a certain way, but this whole experience has shown her where her true love lies, and that is in Shane's pants. Okay. I do think she's talking about Shane. I think it's meant to be confusing. Obviously, it's this is supposed to be the cliffhanger, but really it's just a hill jumper.
Okay. So she wants to tell Nikki she's so in love with ... someone.
No.
Because she wants to make Nikki feel bad.
Better.
Or she wants to tell Nikki, I forgive you, I understand, I'm in love with someone.
Yes, absolutely.
Let's be friends.
So she runs out there, she sees them in what I think was the unhottest sex scene of the season.
I disagree.
You thought it was hot?
I like it when one boob's hanging out.
And one shoe. One boob out, one shoe on.
Okay.
You like asymmetry.
Did you not, just for a split second, think maybe Nikki was going to go over the railing?
Yes, I did. I hoped for that, and that could be her exit. As Jenny runs out, what are you doing? Shane jerks up and accidentally throws Nikki off the railing. So Jenny runs out. She's like, what are you doing? And Shane's like, well,
what do you think we're doing, honey?
But then immediately she says, this is sad ending, I think. This is the telling part. This is it. Why we know she was talking about Shane when she said she was in love with someone. It's because she said to Shane, I thought we
were friends.
I thought that we
had each other's backs
next.
I don't know. It's a tough one. I do think that she's talking about Shane. Because, okay, when Jenny gets dumped by her girlfriend who said she's going to love her forever and have her French babies, and loses her movie all in one day, who does she go to? She goes to Shane. Shane is her best friend who she trusts and relies on. That's why it's the ultimate betrayal, because Shane betrayed their friendship, and whoever she was in love with, which is one of those people, also betrayed her. And because Jenny likes to be fucking dramatic, and it's the ultimate betrayal.
Okay, so we skip back to the movie business, where they're telling them that the movie would be too gay.
The gay movie about lesbians is too gay.
Does Kit really smoke? Does Pam Grier smoke?
I don't know. Because
when she was like, this is something done by the man, or whatever she said, she was holding her hand like you would hold a cigarette in your hand when you're talking pissed off. Oh. She had a phantom cigarette. The season ends with Jenny saying to Shane, directly to Shane,
you don't know who she's looking at.
She's looking at Shane, clearly.
I believe that she is.
You've broken my heart. And she says it in the sweetest, saddest voice ever. I could pick up those pieces and put her back together again.
Shane and Jenny belong together.
Yeah.
For one night.
Forever. Welcome, bye.
And that wraps up season 5. So next season, I don't think we're going to see Tasha anymore. I think Dusty's out of the picture. Nikki gone. Adele.
Good.
And I think Max will probably still be around, but I don't know. He may go off with Tom and Jody. And also Jody's gone.
I wonder if you're thinking the same thing I am.
And Molly's gone.
Because it's very clear to me what they're doing. Full circle.
Oh, they're getting rid of all the extra people.
Not only that, but everybody's personality is coming back to where it began with, which proves my point, my philosophy on life, that no one ever really changes.
All right, Dr. House.
No, but they're all coming back full circle.
I see what you're saying.
Alice is going to come back as a bisexual as she entered
the
show.
Yeah,
no, I think she is. I know it's as disappointing to me as it is for you.
No.
Bette and Tina coming back as a couple, trying to have a baby again.
Ooh.
It's all coming back to season 1.
This is a good theory. I like it.
Shane, crazy player, confused. What should I do with my life? Oh my God. I think, obviously, with the exclusion of Dana, they're going to end the show with that same tight-knit group of friends, because that's the core.
I like that.
The core.
I think you're right, because they're cutting them loose left and right.
I like that idea, and I hope it pans out. Who do you think's going to do the opening scene for season 6, or should we save that for the upcoming podcast?
Let's save it.
All right, because I have a definite prediction.
Okay.
God, I love
Season 5 has ended, but the Planet Podcast has not. You can keep sending your feedback to theplanetcast@gmail.com or calling our listener hotline at 206-203-3552.
We're going to do one more episode of the chart, and then we're going to do off-season podcasts. And it's going to be very different from previous seasons of off-season podcasts.
Okay, but we're still going to keep doing listener feedback, whether or not we call it the chart.
Yeah.
So keep it coming. As always, you can find links to our MySpace, our Super Discount Emporium, and the Planet Listener Forum, which is going to be, seriously, your L-word fix over the summer when you're desperate for some gay gossip.
Should we tell them about the big announcement now or on the next chart?
On the next chart.
Okay. That's it. Season 5.
Cut, print.
Adios, amigas.
Sin frijoles.
Exactly. We go out dancing, I don't wanna be bothered, just want to be bothered with real love. And so I heard it's no good to run, but it feels so much better now that it's done. And tonight I have to leave it. Yes, tonight I have to leave it.
So Alice comes in, she sits down on her old couch and tells Tasha about the... No! Alice comes in, sits down on the old couch. Fuck! Why don't you say it?
Alice comes in, sits down on the old couch, and fuck.
I hate you.
I just like fucking with you. It's so fun.